In this video, I'm showing you how Copilot for Sales works when it's connected to Salesforce. If you're in sales, you know the pain, jumping between Outlook, Teams, Salesforce. What Copilot does, it brings everything into one place and actually helps you move deals forward, not just slug data. I'll walk you through how it surfaces CRM insights, helps you prep for meetings, follow up faster, and saves you from digging through Salesforce every 5 minutes. My name is Samuel Boulanger, and for more tips on how to use Copilot, please subscribe to the channel. Now, let's jump in. Okay, so for this demo, I'm a seller at Contoso Technology. We sell quadcopters, and I'm working a deal with BuildTech Solutions. I've been speaking with Alex Baker, their Director of Operations, and Alicia Tumber, a project manager on his team. They are looking into using our drones for agricultural surveying. And I already exchanged different email with them. I'll also add a meeting, and we'll see how I can leverage Copilot for Sales to help me move this opportunity forward. So first thing here, I'm inside of Outlook. You can see I've received this email from Alex Baker, and the first thing you might have noticed is this notification in the top pane here, which proposed me to save this email to Salesforce. So this notification is triggered by Copilot for Sales, and if I'm clicking on Save This Email, it will open the side pane of Copilot for Sales. You can also open the side pane by clicking on the Copilot for Sales icon on the top right here. If you don't see the icon, simply click on the apps icon and search for Copilot for Sales. If it's not available from there, you can always click on Add Apps and install Copilot for Sales if you have the proper license and it's been enabled by your IT administrator. Now let's go back to this email, and from there we can search for an opportunity. So I'll search for the opportunity with BuildTech Solution, which is quadcopter 8 fleet for agricultural surveying. So I'll just click there, and then I can categorize this email if I want to. You need to have the category field inside of Salesforce as well. So let's say it's a follow-up, and from there I can click on save, and the email will be saved inside of Salesforce. So it's as easy as that. Now, maybe I want to get more information about other opportunities related to this customer without attaching the email to it. I can do so by clicking on the little magnifying glass on the top here and searching for a record. So I have other opportunity with this customer. And by the way, it's not limited to only opportunity. You can search other objects inside of Salesforce like contacts, opportunity, account. Now, by default, that is the 3 objects that is available to you, but you can add other if you want by going inside of the Copilot for Sales setting. It should be done by an IT administrator. Like in that case, I added work orders, case, and task. If you want to add a lead, that's totally feasible as well. Now, if I go back to my search, and let's say I want to look at this opportunity regarding integration for logistic optimization, I can click on it, and it will just open this new window with a summary of the opportunity generated by Copilot for Sales. It basically look inside of Salesforce, it's reading through the opportunity, and it's providing me with a summary of what this is about. Like right now we have the contact for this opportunity is Samuel Boulanger regarding the quadcopter 8. The estimated revenue for this opportunity is $250,000 for a BuildTech solution, and the estimated close date is August 1st, 2025. It's even providing me with the stage of the opportunity. If I scroll down a bit, I can also see the opportunity details. This is fully customizable. It's using Salesforce View. So if you want to change the fields, it's totally feasible as well. You can also, if you click on the 3 little dot, open it inside of Salesforce, copy the link to the opportunity in Salesforce, or edit the object directly from Copilot for Sales. So if I need to update the amount, for instance, I can do so directly from here. No need to navigate inside of Salesforce. Same for the sales stage and any other field that you will make available here. Now, again, if you want to change those fields, it should be done by an IT administrator, and they can decide if you can edit the object in Copilot for Sales or not. They can also add fields, make them mandatory or not. Now let's go back by clicking on the back arrow. And now I'm back to my email that I just attached to an opportunity. Just before I jump to the body or the core of the Copilot for Sales pane, I want to show you as well that you can create new objects. So you have this plus button here at the top. If I'm clicking on it, I can create a new object. So if I want to create a contact, let's say Alex didn't exist in my CRM or the opportunity didn't exist yet, I can always click on here, click on create record. If I click on create CRM, it will pop out a window with creation form inside of Salesforce. If I click on create record, it will use this embedded form inside of Copilot for Sales, so I can create the opportunity directly from here and then attach it to the email. Now let's go back and let's go back again. Now I'm back inside of my Copilot for Sales pane for this specific email. And the first thing I like you to notice is this recent communication pane. And it's very powerful because it gives me a quick overview of what's happening with this account. Right now, I can see that I have another email thread with this customer, which is called Update on the Quadcopter Project. And if I want to get more information about it, I don't need to open the thread. If I click on it, it will open the thread. But in that case, I want to simply click on Summarize. And as you can see, I get a summary from what's inside of this email directly from Copilot for Sales. So no need to open the email itself. Now I know that the finalized budget is of $125,000. I can update the opportunity if I want to, and that the targeted signing date is of June 16. So this is the information that is inside of the email. I'll show you this email in a couple of minutes. So let's go back again. And the second thing you might notice is this meeting that I had as well with the customer. If I click on View Recap, it will open Microsoft Teams on the meeting on the Recap tab. This is very powerful, and I'll show you that when I'm done inside of Outlook. If I continue scrolling down, you can see those key sales info, and it will use information that are already tracked inside of Salesforce. So right now, Alex Baker exists inside of my Salesforce CRM. So based on the email address, it's been able to identify that Alex Baker, if I click on it, has this information inside of Salesforce. Same thing for the account. Like right now, Alex is linked to BuildTech Solutions. If I click on BuildTech Solution, it will give me general information about the company. If I want to open the card in Salesforce, I can always do that by clicking on Open in Salesforce. Same for the opportunity. Then I have some basic information. So I have a summary of what's happening with the opportunity inside of the CRM because it's linked to the opportunity. And here I have a summary of what's happening in this email on the left. Alex is seeking additional information about the capabilities of the Quadcopter 8. Okay, so it's all key sales info coming from different systems. In that case, from Salesforce and from my email, you can even extend Copilot for Sales with information from other systems. If I'm clicking on 3 references here, it will show me where it took its information. So here it came from Alex Baker. It's based on the people on this email thread, and it's based on the information coming from Salesforce as well. If I continue scrolling, you can see now it's connected to this opportunity. Click on the card, it will open the opportunity card with my summary at the top, the detail at the bottom, and I can even see all open tasks for this specific opportunity. So here I have 3 tasks, send the case studies and performance data, and I have prepare contract draft aligned with new budget. Now I can always click on them, have more detail about the task. I can click on the 3 little dot and modify the task if I need to as well. Now let's go back. And if I continue scrolling down on the main Copilot for Sales card, I have access to the contact and to the account. If I click on the contact card, something I really like is that I can take personal notes about the contact. So this is not tracked inside of Salesforce. This is really notes for myself. It won't be shared with my colleague. It won't be tracked inside of the CRM. I also have my contact detail. I can see to which account it's linked, and I can see all different interaction I had with the customer. Right here, you can see I had 2 email, I had 2 meetings, and then other email. If I want to, I can click on any of them, and it will pop out the email the email itself or the meeting if I click on the meeting, obviously. If I want to modify the contact, I can always click on the three little dot, edit object, or open it in Salesforce. And if I want more information about the account, again, I can click on the account and it will open the account form as well. Okay, so this is available as well from the main card. So if I go back to the main card and I scroll down, you'll see that I have access to the account. If I click on the three little dot, I have other options there, like setting up a team. Okay, so I will basically create a deal room inside of Microsoft Team. I can link it to an existing team or create a new one. I will go back to this in a moment. Now you can track your email inside of Outlook, obviously, but you can also track your meetings. So if I jump to the meeting and I open one existing meeting here, you'll see that I've already tracked this one. So I have access to Copilot for Sales using the Copilot for Sales icon on the top ribbon here. So if I click on it, it will pop out this side pane with the exact same kind of information as you could find inside of the email. So if you need to track to an opportunity or to a contact or to an account, you can do the exact same thing. You have access to the exact same kind of information inside of the meeting. This is really important to track your meeting if you want to leverage some of the functionalities of Copilot for Sales that I will show you later, that will let you get a summary and help you prepare to a meeting before it ends. Some of the information coming from the opportunity need you to track the meeting to the opportunity to trigger. Now let's close this and let's go back to our email. Okay, I will jump to this email thread I had with Alex and Alicia. So there's been a couple of exchanges between me, Alicia, and Alex. So there's a full thread here. First thing you might notice is at the top there, it detected that Alicia doesn't exist inside of Salesforce because her email isn't recognized. And Copilot for Sales is suggesting me to add this contact to Salesforce. So if I want to do so, I will click on the Add Contact card and will automatically find information about Alicia from the email. So first name, last name, and her email in that case. And if I click on Save, it will save her contact inside of Salesforce, right? And then I will be able to add my notes, see the related items. So the same as I've just shown you for Alex. Now, if I go back, something really interesting about Copilot for Sales is that you might have already used Summary by Copilot with the standard M365 Copilots, which basically is scanning your email and is summarizing it for you so you don't have to read through the whole thing. Now, Copilot for Sales is adding a layer to that, and it will find information from the email that are more related to a salesperson. And it will also find information that comes from Salesforce. So the first part here is coming from its standard M365 Copilot. Okay, so it's just summarizing what's inside of the email thread. I'm saying just, but it's super powerful. So I thanked Alex and Alicia for the meeting. Alicia found the proposal helpful, then the proposal call, etc., etc. Now, what I really do like about that is this little citation here. The reference is telling me where it took this information in this email thread. And if I want to double check, I can always click on the citation. It will bring me to the right spot inside of the thread so I can double validate myself. Now, this second section here is purely from Copilot for Sales. You can see it's using Copilot for Sales because it says here with sales insights added. Now, questions found, need, timing, and related opportunity are all crafted by Copilot for Sales. So here, if it found a question, could we schedule another call to go over these details? How about we schedule a call for Friday at 2 p.m.? Now, what's the need? Alicia Tumber expressed a need for additional information. What's the timing? A call was scheduled for Friday at 2. And what are the related opportunity that exists for this account inside of Copilot for Sales? If I click on Go to Sales, it will open this pane. It's already open, so I won't do it. But it's really adding this layer to help you being more productive and knowing exactly what your customers are looking for. Now, before I jump to the integration inside of Microsoft Teams, I will go back to my side pane here. And at the bottom, you can see this Collaborate in Team tab here. And from there, I can set up an account team, okay? There's different way of achieving that. You can either go to the account, click on the three little dot, click on team and click on set up account team. You can open the account card here and it will be available at the bottom of the card. Or you can, if I go back, scroll down, go collaborate in team and click on set up account team. Now you'll have two options. Either you create a new team or you use an existing team. If you create a new team, it will create a new team and channel. And if you click on use an existing team, it will simply add new channels to the existing team. So I already have one for BuildTech. So let me click on show more. I'll select BuildTech solution and I'll give a name to this channels. So quadcopter for agricultural surveying. And then I will use a standard, okay? And I will click on set up team. If I add some teams member inside of Salesforce that are as well part of Microsoft Team or actually have a Microsoft Intro ID, it will let me add them automatically to the team without me having to do it. So now it's creating this channel inside of the team in the background. It's now linked to this account and accessible from the Copilot for Sales pane. And if I click on open in team, it will open team on the right channel. Okay, so now if I navigate, I'm inside of Microsoft Team. If I navigate here, you can see I have quadcopter for agricultural surveying. There's some tab that have been automatically created for me. The files tab, which with some basic folders already created, the financial, the planning, the presentation. So it's really geared toward salespeople. If I click on notes, it will trigger the integration with OneNote, so I can start working collaboratively with my colleague on OneNote. And if I click on Salesforce, it will open Salesforce on the opportunity itself. Now, while I'm there, let's see the email we just tracked. So here I have this email of update on the quadcopter project, just been tracked, and it's now linked inside of Salesforce. So this is created automatically for you. It's also creating a second channel, which is meant to be shared with customers. If you want to collaborate with your customer inside of Microsoft Team, this one is meant for that. So it will always create those two channels, one for internal purposes and one for external purposes. So don't be surprised, it's creating those two channels. So this one is really meant for you to collaborate with your customer. Now, something I really like about Copilot for Sales is this Copilot for Sales notification that I'll receive. Now it's in my favorite, but you will see them in your chat. And it helped me prepare for a meeting. So prior to a meeting, if you saved your meeting inside of Salesforce and you attach it to an opportunity, it will show you information coming from the opportunity. If you did not save it inside of Salesforce, it will still provide you some useful information. So the first part here is the meeting participant. So did they accept or not? In that case, I didn't get answer from Alicia and Alex. It will show you the recent communication you had with the contact in this meeting. Okay, so if I click on them, it will open the email card. And the last part here, the opportunity info and the open task and the related record are all coming from Salesforce, which means if you didn't attach the meeting to the opportunity, unfortunately, you won't have access to the information. Thankfully, I did. So now I have this information. I have a summary of the opportunity information. I can always open the opportunity by clicking on open opportunity and it will open Salesforce. I can also see what are the open tasks inside of Salesforce. So here I have this task, send case studies and performance data. The priority is normal and it's due on May 2nd. And finally, I can see if the account has other related record. So it's very powerful to help me prepare for a meeting. You will receive this notification between 45 minutes to 75 minutes prior to your meeting. So don't be surprised if you didn't receive it at the beginning of your day, if the meeting is at the end of the day. If I just scroll up here, after the meeting, so after the meeting happened, and if I triggered the transcription, and if I attach it to an opportunity in my CRM using Copilot for Sales, I will also get a meeting summary and my follow-up action based on what's been extracted from the transcription. So here I have this meeting summary. This meeting involved discussions about potential stakeholder Alex Baker, participant introduced Samuel Boulanger, etc., and the follow-up and action items. So Samuel Boulanger is tasked with sending case studies from the construction, agricultural, and logistic sectors, as well as the proposal. Now, if I want to have more information, I can always click on Open Recap. And this opened the Teams recap on the Sales tab. So now I want to be careful, okay? Because AI notes, mentions, the transcriptions, the notes, all this section here with the speakers, the topics, and the chapters are either part of a Teams Premium license or M365 Copilot license, but the Sales tab is unique to Copilot for Sales. When you have Copilot for Sales, you automatically have access to M365 Copilot. So you will have access to all what you're seeing right now, but it doesn't mean that you don't have access to this if you don't have Copilot for Sales. The only thing you won't have access to is this Sales tab. The first thing it proposed me is those frequent meeting action. So here it suggests me to save the AI notes of these meetings and draft a summary email to meeting participants. So the AI notes, basically, if I click on AI notes, you'll see all the notes separated by section. So here we talked about training and integration timeline. If I want to expand on that, I can always click on the arrow, we'll expand it, okay? If I scroll down, I will have the follow-up task as well. But again, this is standard M365 Copilot functionality. If I go back to my Sales tab and I click on Save to Salesforce, it's basically taking those notes, copy-pasting them, and let me save them inside of Salesforce. So I will always be up to date with my opportunity. I don't need to go back inside of Team and looking for the meeting notes. It will be saved inside of Salesforce. So could be a really big time saver. It will also propose me to draft a summary email. If I click on draft email, it will craft an email that is context aware of what's been discussed. So here you can see that I want to take a moment to thank you both for the productive meeting we had on April 30th. It was great to connect. During our conversation, we covered several key points, including my introduction, the feature and benefits, etc., etc. So obviously, you'll have to do some modification, but it's a good starting point. It's even adding the follow-up action it detected inside of the transcript, so you don't forget to follow up on them. If you're happy with it, you can either click on copy paste it in your email, make the modification that you want, or click on open in Outlook, and this will open a new tab with a draft ready to send. Now let's close that. The second section is the follow-up sales task. Now it's been identified that there's some task I need to follow up on based on the transcript. I need to send the case studies and I need to send a proposal. Now this one, I already created it, so I can just open the task because it's now a link to this opportunity and to this meeting. But if I want to create a new task, I can click on create task. And the only thing I have left is to give it a name. So it's send over the proposal. I can copy paste that if I want, copy paste, assign it to myself. Maybe I want to assign it to somebody else. But in that case, I want to assign it to myself and create it. And it will automatically create it and link it inside of Salesforce. It even add the link to the meeting. So if I want to go back inside of the meeting to ask questions to Copilot, I can do so. If I want to go back to this sales tab here in the recap tab, I can do so by using the link. So I can click on create, and then this task is created inside of Salesforce. If I scroll down a bit again, it's identified different questions that was asked during the meeting. Like, do you have any studies from similar deployment? Can you send it over quickly? Now, if I click on those questions, it will bring me to the right spot in the recording, so I don't have to re-listen to the whole thing. I can jump directly to what interests me. I also have access to the participant statistic, like what's my talk to listen ratios? Do I listen enough to my customer? Do I let them talk? How many switches there's been in the conversation? Is it a monologue from myself, or is there interaction between people? So in that case, it switches between the different participants 15 times. The average pauses was 10 seconds, so means that maybe I pauses enough to let my customer talk. The longest monologues from my customer were 9 seconds and 8 seconds. So this is all useful information to improve myself and listen more to my customer needs. It also detects some keywords, like in that case, it detected that another brand was mentioned, DJI. In that case, if I click on it, again, it will bring me to the right spot in the video, the name of the people, if time's been discussed, and it will try to extract anything it think might be relevant to me, so I can look at those tags and basically double validate it if I miss something in the meeting. You also always have access to the basic Copilot feature, which means you can ask questions about your transcription. This is from Copilot. This is not unique to Copilot for Sales, but you can ask questions like list the questions from the customer. I already run this prompt previously, so you can see all the questions that have been asked. I can always double validate by hovering my mouse on top of the question, so I can make sure that it's really what's been asked. You can, you can ask any question to Copilot. I won't cover that in this video because I have another video covering the integration with Microsoft Teams that I encourage you to go and listen if you want to learn more about the AI nodes, dimensions, a question you can ask. So this is all I had for you today. I hope you liked the video. I tried to cover most of the functionality from Copilot for Sales, so you have a good grasp of what you can do. You can start using it. As you can see, it can be really powerful. It really makes sure to leverage AI to save you some time and to prevent you from having to navigate between different tools. If you want to learn more tips and tricks around Copilot, please subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment. It's been a pleasure. Thank you and see ya.